explain more. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, great.
So guys, let me introduce Hari. Hari is our guest speaker for this entire Copado series. He's a Copado MVP as well. And yeah, on behalf of all of us, I would like to thank Hari for his time and sharing his knowledge with all of us. So Hari, you can go ahead now.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I think yeah, I think I have already uh, shared about myself in the previous sessions as well. So I'm Harry. I'm working as senior Salesforce developer and a corporate MVP and stuffs. And I'm very excited to share my knowledge about Copado. Yeah, and welcome to you all. And hope you will get some knowledge about Copado in this series. Okay, Sushan, over to you both.
Awesome. Uh, Thanks, Hari. Okay, so guys, we are New Delhi Salesforce Develop Group, and we are in a existing since 2016. It's been more than 4 years. We are in running this our New Delhi Salesforce Develop Group, and you can follow us on Twitter. These are our Twitter links, and our hashtag Impact Salesforce Saturday. Impact Salesforce Saturday is one of our initiative where we will come up with a new Salesforce topics where our guest speakers and experts, Salesforce experts from various backgrounds, they can share their knowledge on different topics and yeah, they can share their knowledge with us. Apart from that, we have our official website. This is New Delhi sfdc.com. So you can visit our website where you will find our previous sessions, videos, PPTs, and all other stuff which will help you in learning Salesforce as well. So previously we have conducted several sessions, Pardot series, sessions on flow, sessions on Apex. So you can visit this site. This is really helpful for us. And Hari, can you move one slide
Yeah,
further?
sure.
Yes, and guys, this is again one of our initiative, Mentorship Central. This is a platform where we try to connect mentors and mentees with it, so that mentors are those who are Salesforce experts and they want to share their knowledge with all of the guys us who are learning Salesforce right now. So we have developed this platform where anyone who want to start their career or want to learn Salesforce, they can register on our this website as a mentee, and they can find yes, they can look search for a mentor which is suitable for them, and yeah, then you can connect with them and. Our mentors will help us to learning Salesforce. So this is again one of the cool stuff we have provided to our Salesforce community. So I will urge all the newbies who joined the Salesforce community very recently, and they are like in a confusion where to start, what to do, how I can proceed my career in Salesforce. So this site will definitely help you. Our Salesforce experts definitely help you. Okay, so I think this is all about our New Delhi group. And again, thank you so much, guys, for joining today's session. And Hari, you can go ahead with yours for the session. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Shashan, thanks, Shashan, and yeah, good evening, guys, and welcome to the third installment of this Copado series. So, in these sessions, we are going to continue our deployments. So, we were like deploy one user stories last week. So, we will be continuing our user story deployment, and we will look. We will discuss about the different operations, cheat operation that are available in Copado, and how we can recommit the user stories, or how we can recommit the user story by recreating the feature branch, and how these feature branches are created, and how these promotion branches are created, and how these merged happened. And also we will be discussing about the back promotions, and and we will be discussing about the best practices while doing the back promotions and while doing the deployments and while doing the commits and everything. So we will be moving to our sessions now. So hope you guys getting some knowledge from these sessions, because this is like the important part that everybody need to know to work with Copado. So these are things. So you guys have already seen these things, because I kept these things in all the slides because these are the basic things. So this is about the Copado, and so what is the Copado? So we were discussing last 2 weeks. So you guys have an idea about Copado, and this is the Copado architecture, and also this is the Copado architecture, how these JIT and Copado backend connected to do our DevOps needs. And so from the first slide itself, we are going to do our demos today. So we will be doing our deployments and destructing deployments. So, and also we will be doing our back promotions as well. And while doing the deployments and destructive changes, we will learn a lot of things from the demo itself. So we will be okay. So for the, I have created one object and a few fields and tabs and layouts for in Dev1 environment. So so how we can go to Dev, when you go this getting started page, here you can see your credentials. Here you can see all our credentials here. So if you need to go to one, you just need to click the open up, then it's automatically open these up. So in this org, I have created one so I have created something. Yeah, daily Copado meter. I have created one object here, and I have created a few fields, just few fields this meetup date and some participants counts or something like that. And I have created one page layout, so it's automatically created. And also, yeah, that's it. I have created one tab as well for this object. So that's it. So we will be deploying these changes to the upper environment and until production. So for that, first, what we have to do, what we need to do. So for that, we have to create one user story, right? As discussed last week, we have to create one user story. So first click one user story, and this is a user story, and we have to give a name. And add object plus tabs plus step plus name. And as you all know that we have to select the project, because from the project only it identifies the pipeline to deploy the changes from the lower environment until the production. So we have to select the project, as well as the other things are optional. The important thing that you have to select is your credential. So you have created your fields, objects, and everything in the Dev1 environment. So you have to click the Dev1 environment. So you don't need to click the environment because it will automatically detect while you save this user story. So you just save this user story. So here you can see that this will identify the deployment path according to our pipeline. And you can see that one feature branch has already created, and you can see this feature branch naming conversion. So this is like feature slash this user story number is like your user story number. So it will automatically create, and when you click this view in JIT link, you can see this is not yet available in our repository because it just create a feature branch and it just link this URL, but still we didn't commit these changes. So when you commit the changes only, it will take that commit and it will push to this branch. So in the initial stage, it will automatically create the feature branch out of the master branch, which means out of the base branch, which is selected in the pipeline. So when you go to this pipeline, I will show that as pipelines. So this is our pipeline. Here you can see the main branch. We can configure this main branch in the pipeline records. So according to this main branch, it will create the feature branches to commit the changes that you have created in the lower environments. We'll go to this user story and this user story, and now what we have to do, we have to commit our changes that we have done in the Dev1 environment. So you just need to click the commit changes button. So I have already created these these object fields and tabs and other stuffs 2 weeks back. So I think last week we have refreshed the indexes. So it has already retrieved in these metadata. So when you search for that name, so you can find this. But if you create a new metadata only, you have to refresh these indexes to get the latest metadata. Here you can see that I have created this is the customer object. You have to select the things. Select to commit and deploy these metadata to the upper environment. You can see that there are two options available in this place. One is selected and one is retrieve only checkboxes. If you click this retrieve only checkboxes, this will only take this metadata, but it will not commit or deploy those metadata to the upper environments. So be careful that because we have to deploy these changes, so we have to select these metadata. So we have created one custom object. There are two fields and there are list views. We'll keep these layouts to show something, and also we will take this custom tab and sharing rules. We don't need to deploy these changes, so we have created only these changes, and we have selected these changes. And when you go to the selected metadata tab, you can see what are the metadata that you are trying to deploy, commit from this user story. So you have already selected these 5 metadata and just click commit changes. And here I can show something else, some other things as well. So here you can see this JIT operation. There are 4 types of JIT operations available here. So this commit files means you are trying to commit these files. And when you click this recommit files means, so if you have already commit files in the inner user stories, and if you are trying to recommit those files, which means if you have done any additional changes in the selected metadata, then you have to select these recommit files. If you have done the changes in the same metadata, and if you have done, or if you have created a new metadata in the custom object, and if you are trying to you have to commit again, then you don't need to do a recommit, because those files needs not to commit again. So you just click this commit files operation, and you can commit the newly created files. And also these destructive changes means if you need to delete any files from one environment, then you have to click these destructive changes. And this full profiles and permission set operations means if you try to deploy a profile or permission sets from lower environment to upper environment. So because we all know that profiles and permission set metadata are totally different from the other metadata, because we have to there are few things we need to consider while doing the profile and permission set deployment. So they have a different JIT operation for profiles and permission sets as well. Okay, so that's it about that one, and we will be doing the recommit again after we done this commit, because I have already told you guys we missed we omit to check the layout. Yeah, omit to check the layout. So we will doing our commit now. So it will automatically do the commit over here. So anyway, we will be discussing in the next slide about how these feature branches are created and how these merge happen, how these feature branch will be merged to the destination of branch, or the branch, the source of the branch of the source of, and everything we will be discussing in the next slides. So we will be first doing the demos, and you can understand what is happened over there. Then we will be moving to the slides. So here you can see now when you refresh this page, because it created, right? Now you can see that this shows something, right? So this is the thing we have added, right? These are the fields, and these are the objects and everything we have added from the user stories. So this will track into the feature branch that is created from the master branch or the base branch that state in the pipeline record. So here you can see that we have added all the tabs and the fields and the object. You all know that the fields and the objects are the fields and the other stuffs are like stored in the object file, right? And here we know here we notice that we missed to commit the layout files. So we forgot to add the layouts file, and we see this feature branch, and we weren't able to find the layouts. Then we were thinking that how we can add that layout into this user story. So it's pretty simple that we just need to commit again. We just need to commit again in the same user story. And you don't need to click the recommit files, because if you trying to do the recommit files, means that you have to do some modification in the already committed files. And you can see that it has 4 operations, right? Commit files and recommit files. If you click this recommit files, you can notice that the already committed files are selected in the selected metadata grid. And in the all metadata grid, you can click the layouts. So you have to add the layout as well for this particular object. So we don't need to recommit the files, but I will show what will happen when you recommit the files. So when you click the recommit files, you can see there's an additional section available for these recommit files. Which means when you click, there's a checkbox over here. When you click this recreate feature branch checkbox, it will remove this already created feature branch, and it will create a new feature branch out of the base branch, and it will commit again the selected metadata. Which means, for example, if you select metadata and commit through these user stories, and after committing that metadata, you realize that you have added one metadata that is not necessary at all in this user story. Then what you have to do is you have to remove that metadata from the JIT as well as from the user story, right? For such a scenario, what you have to do is you have to recreate the branch. When you recreate the branch, it will remove the feature branch completely, and it will create a new feature branch. So if you try to remove a metadata that is not necessary to this to one of the user story, then you have to use this feature. Don't use if you find any issues, like when you trying to deploy some user stories, and if you encountered any issues, don't recreate feature branch unless if you commit a metadata that is not necessary to this user story. So now in our case, we are not going to recommit the files. We will be committing, and we need to add the layout here, right? So here you can search from this search box, or else you can filter the types as well. So you just need to search the layouts, right? Yeah, here just click the layouts. It will automatically filter the layouts. So what is the layout which we need to deploy daily? Yeah, this is the layout that we have to deploy. So just click this one, and you can see this selected metadata. So only this one is selected over here, and just commit. So this will automatically commit the additional metadata into this feature branch. And we have discussed that this feature branches is created from the base branch that is a state in the pipeline record. So in this case, it's master. So it is created a feature branch from the master branch, and afterwards it will merge that feature branch into the source org branch, which means the dev1 branch, dev1 org branch, because we have to sync the changes that we have committed in the feature branch with the source org as well, because every time this feature branch only will be merged to the destination org branch, which means, so if you are trying to deploy the changes from lower environment to until upper environment. So for example, they want to UAT. So when you do the commit through one user story, it will create one feature branch from the master branch in the sense the production branch, and it will merge that feature branch to the dev1 org branch. So you are not going to, when you deploy the change from dev1 to UAT, you are not going to merge the dev1 branch to UAT branch. You just create one feature branch, and the feature branch is the one will merge with all the destination branches. So you have to keep this in mind. So we have committed these changes. When you refresh this one, this is a committed. Yes. When you check this feature branch now, you can see there are two commits available in this branch. When you go to these commits, you can see there are two commits, and when you click this one, you can see these page layouts for this object page layout has been added into this user stories when you do again the commit. So likewise, whenever you if you need to add any other metadata, you can just click commit changes and you can add these sorry, add these using the commit changes operations. Okay, then I think last week we have seen that when you click this promote and deploy checkbox, it will automatically create a promotion and deploy to the destination environment. So now we are not going to do the direct deployment. We will do the deployment manually. What you have to do is, so to do the manual deployment, what you have to do is you just click this ready to promote checkbox. When you click this ready to promote checkbox, it will say that this user story is checked and confirmed, verified thoroughly, and it is ready to deploy to the next environment. So we have click this ready to promote button. And when you go to this pipeline, so this is the pipeline page. When you click this pipeline manager, this will show you that flow, the deployment flow. Here you can see that this is the back promotion count, which means this you can see there are two counts available, two arrows available in this connection. So this is connected, everyone is connected with UAT and UAT is connected with production. So our flow is dev1 to UAT and production. So here you can see two different arrows. So this is the deployment arrow, and this is deployment means promotions arrow, and this one is this arrow is state as the back promotions count. So here you can see that one user story needs to be back promoted to dev2 from UAT, because last week we have deployed one user story from dev1 to UAT and UAT to production. So here you can see that user story needs to be back promoted to dev2 as well as hotfix, because that user story has deployed to production as well. And also now you can see one user story here. One user story needs to be promote from dev1 to UAT and production as well, because once this user story comes to UAT only, you will be seeing this one count over here. So this is the user story that we created now. So we'll just click this one. When you click this one, here you can see that this user story is coming here, that you need to deploy from dev1 to UAT, and it's already checked. You just click this promote and deploy, and you can select the test levels as well in this section. In this place you can select the test level as well, but in this user story we don't have any Apex classes or anything, so we'll just promote and deploy, or you can create a promotion. So when you click the promote button, it will create a promotion, and in the promotion you have to go inside the promotion and you have to manually create the deployment and you need to deploy. But in this case you don't need to promote things, you just click and deploy. So here you can see that in the background, this is promoting, and this is promoting in the sense this will this will get the metadata from the feature branch, and it will create the package XML, and it will create a promotion branch from the destination of branch, which means UAT is the destination of. So the destination org has a branch. So it create a promotion branch at this moment, and it will merge this feature branch into this promotion branch. And afterwards, after successfully deploying these changes to destination environment, which means UAT environment, after successfully deploy those, it will merge, Copado will merge the promotion branch into the destination org branch. In this case, UAT branch. And this is the promotion. Then you can check the promotions as well. So we will go and check what will happen in the promotion. So here you can see that it's deployed successfully to the UAT branch. Now we'll go and refresh this pipeline record. Now here, now you can see that this user story has been successfully deployed to UAT branch, and this is ready to back promote to the dev2 branch. And you can notice here, this count is not increased by 1, because that user story is still in the UAT branch, UAT environment, but you can't see this count here to deploy to production. Why we can't see this count? Means that you can see this user stories. So once you go and see the user story, you can see to untick unchecked after it moved to UAT. Then what you have to do is you have to come back to this user story and click again this ready to promote checkbox. Which means we don't need to come again and again to do this check if you configure this Copado continuous delivery. So we will be discussing about Copado continuous delivery, that is Winter 20 release, Copado Winter 20 release. We will be discussing in the next week. So we will be discussing about the Copado continuous delivery in that. So here we click this ready to promote checkbox. Here you can see in the pipeline, this one is getting changed because we have checked this checkbox. So we'll just click again button. Then you can see just promote and deploy action. And so we have created one like promotion to deploy the changes from UAT to production. Whenever we create or whenever we click the promote and deploy checkboxes, so this will automatically create one promotion to deploy those changes from the lower environment. So this is the promotion that is created to deploy the changes from UAT to production. Sorry, we will go and see what one use story is there, and it will create it will automatically create deployment. And when you go to this deployment, you can see that. So this is what happened last time also, right? So this is going to deploy the metadata to the production environment. So this is success. When you go to this, pipeline and view pipeline, you see that the user story has been deployed until production, and you have to deploy these changes or the back promote these changes to hotfix and dev2. And what are the best practices over here when we do the commit changes and or when if you need to sync the environments over here? So what are the best practices that you have to follow? So what you have to do is, so as we discussed earlier, when you do the commit changes, don't use the, when you do the commit changes, don't use the recreate. If necessary, only use the recommit files, as well as when you recommit the files, don't click this recreate feature branch, because sometimes one metadata. So as usual that we deploy one user story from lower environment until the integration environment, and from that Kiwi people can say that we need additional things that you have to done in this user story. Then what you have to do is you have to come back to your lower environment and you have to do your changes, do your additional modification. So while you doing your additional modification, and if you do the recreate feature branch operation, then when you do the recreate a feature branch operation, it will create again the new feature branch from the current master or current base branch that is configured in the pipeline. So, so the older metadata has already deployed to the integration environment. So there might be some changes, might be not override because of this recreating the feature path. So be careful when we do when we use this recreate the feature path, because there might be changes that is not removed from the latest commit. So these things you have to be in mind when you do the commit in the user stories. Okay. Okay, then we will go to the slides. Okay. Then we have already deployed these changes, and we have discussed about the back promotions as well. So what is the back promotions? So what is the back promotion in the sense? So we have created these objects and fields from the dev1 environment, and you have deployed these fields and things to UAT and production. But you have to sync these or you have to deploy these newly created object fields to the other environments as well. So to do that, you don't need to refresh the sandboxes from production sandbox. You just need to do the back promotions. And if you have do the back promotion, then you don't need to refresh these changes. So this will automatically back promote these changes to the lower environments. So we will just do this back promotion and come to these slides. So here you can see this. There's a button over here. There's a count over here, right? Just click this count. And you just create back promote and deploy. It will automatically create promotion and deployment, and it will deploy to dev2 sandbox as well. We just do and go again the other things here. And these are the I think you guys understand it. We have to see anyway. We have to see the environments, right? Because when we do the deployment, or if you need to do some additional feature on top of these objects that we created from dev1 in dev2, you need to have that metadata as well, right? So you can simply done, and these data will be available in the dev2 environment as well. So what are the best practices that we need to do when we do the back? So you may see that so this back promotion means, so when you do the deployment, it will override this, override the destination of source as well. If you are trying to deploy the changes from dev1 to UAT, and you are trying to back those changes from UAT to dev2, and one developer has done dev2, and if he forgot, or if he missed to deploy those changes, then these changes will be override. So what we have to do is, every time whenever we do a development, or whenever do a changes in the lower environments, we have to commit those changes in a user story. Then these changes will be committed in a user story, and it will be always in a Git feature. So if the back promotion is override your changes, then you don't need to worry about these changes, because those changes are already available in the feature branches. Go to the feature branch and you can get these changes, and you can put into your source code. And also it's better to schedule the date and time to back, because if you have notify all the developers that we are going to do a back promotion on these days, then the developers can know that, yeah, so there will be a back promotion happen on these days. So we have to deploy our user stories, or we have to commit our metadata uh, to the feature branch or through a user story. And also you have to promote only the tested and approved user. If you try to deploy one user story from dev 1 to UAT, and at the same time you say, you may see that, yeah, one user story that will be back promote without a testing, then this will be override the changes in the dev 2, and also you have to, so if the test QA team find any bugs in that development, then you have to again do the development and you have to do the back promotion as well. So it's better to back promote stories already thoroughly tested and approved only. So these things you have to always in the mind while doing the back promotion. And we will be just go through these user story branching strategies. So I have already discussed this one while we deploying the user story. So the feature branch. So this is the place, I think here you can see. So this is the base branch that is stayed in the pipeline record. So this might be master branch or some cases. So when we do the, we've seen, right, when we do the recommit and recreate from the feature branch, there's operations called recommit changes or recommit files, right? In that, there's a checkbox that we can recreate the feature branch. And in that, there's an advanced option as well, where you can specify from which base branch you are trying to create a feature branch. So this is not always from master branch. You can specify the base branch from the pipeline, as well as while recommit and recreate the feature branch, you can specify the base branch as well in that page. In that page as well, you can specify that base branch. Here you can see that it will automatically create a feature branch from the base branch, and at the same time it will retry the metadata from dev 1 environment. In our examples, we are creating metadata from dev 1. So while committing the changes, it will automatically retry the metadata that we select in a user story from dev 1, and it will commit to that feature branch. At the same time, it will merge that feature branch to the dev 1 org branch, because we have to sync the dev 1, so dev 1 environment and dev 1 org as well, because you know that this is a logical sync between org and branch according to our JIT snapshot record. We have discussed about the JIT snapshot record as well. So this will automatically sync the dev 1 and dev 1 org branch as well by merge this feature branch. This is about the feature branch creation. So we'll go to the next slides. So these are the action. So when we click the commit change button, these are the actions will be happen when you commit the user story. So this is what we discussed, and this is about the promotion branch creations. So we are trying to deploy. Deploy the changes from the dev 1 environment to UAT environment. So this is the destination org, which means UAT org, and this is the destination org branch. This is the destination org branch in the sense UAT. So you have already created one feature branch. So this is the feature branch. So this is the feature branch, and you have to deploy these feature branch changes, because the feature branch only has the metadata that we have committed through one user stories. So this will take that metadata and it will create one promotion branch from the destination org branch, because we have to deploy or we have to merge these changes to the destination org branch as well, which means UAT branch. So this will create one branch from the UAT environment, and this will merge the feature branch. The feature branch, this is the one is consists the changes, and it will automatically merge these changes to the promotion branch, and it will deploy those changes to the destination org, which means the UAT org. And if this deployment is successful, then this will merge this promotion branch into this destination org branch, which means UAT branch. Then the destination org and the destination org branch will be synced. And you may know that we can deploy 2 or 3 user stories in a single promotion. In a single promotion, we can add 3 or 4 promotions, and we can deploy these user stories in a one shot. So at that time, you can see that there are 3 user stories available. So you may have 3 different feature branches. So you may feel that how these merge will be happen into this promotion branch. So this will happen according to the feature branch numbers. So this will merge from the in a ascending order, from the lower to higher. So this will first merge this 0-1 user, feature branch to the promotion branch, and 0-2 feature branch to the promotion branch, and afterwards it will deploy the changes to the destination org, and will if the deployment is successful, this will merge and branch into a destination org, and this is not necessary from the via the ascending order. You can configure this as well in Copado. I think you may have understood how this promotion branch and how this the feature branch is created. So this is the thing we have discussed now. And back promotions. So we have already done these back promotions, I guess. Yes. So here you can see that already created to. So when you refresh these things, here you can see that those 2 changes, those two user stories that deployed today and last week will be back promoted to Dev2. So these changes are available in Dev2 as well, and we have promoted 2 user stories to production as well. So that needs to be in the hotfix environment as well. So you just need to do the back promotion here. Click this one. So this will automatically create a back promotion, and it will be deploying those changes to the environment. I think that's pretty much about the things. We'll see what will happen, and also I will show something, some other things as well. So here you can see when you go to the refresh line, here you can there's another option is mass back promotions. So for example, you have in this pipeline you have only two low ends that is connected in a destination UAT environment. So this is the integration point, right? So this is the place we are going to deploy all the lower environments changes and we are going to test the features in this UAT environment according to this pipeline. But in a typical environment, typical development environment, we may have 10 or 50 of dev environments that need to be connected to an integration environment. So in that case, so if you deploy one user story from dev 1 to UAT, then you have to click one by one to deploy or back promote those changes in the other environments. To avoid this or to give an easy back promotion, they are having mass back promote option over here. So when you click this mass back promote option, what you have to do is you have to only specify the source environment. So in this case, UAT. When you click the source environment, and when you click this project, this will actually get these user stories and the environments over here. So we don't have any user stories to back promote because we have already back promote all these user stories. So when you click this mass back promote option, then you can deploy all the user stories that are available in the integration or the common environment from all the other lower environments. So in one click, you can mass back promote to all the other environments. So this is the use of this mass back promote button. And yeah, we'll see what. And here you can see the one user story is still pending, so it is doing the deployment. Okay, guys. I think that's it pretty much from today's session. And if you guys have any questions, then, yeah, now you can see that it's already deployed these changes to hotfix environment as well. So these are the things, so these are the discussed points that you have to keep in mind when you do the commit changes or when you do the deployment or when you do the back promotion when you do the destructive changes, and we need to see the destructive changes as well. So we will be discussing about destructive changes as well as Copado continuous delivery in the next session. Okay, guys, that's it pretty much today. Shushan.
Thanks, Hari, for your today's session. This is really informative. So we have one question, Hari.
Yeah.
Chat box. If you can go to the chat box. So we have one question from Pooja Agarwal.
Okay. All the changes will be deployed to Dev 2 and hotfix sandboxes. They have any separate pipeline that's need to be created for the how the changes will be deployed to Dev 2. No, I think so. You're saying that so that is what we discuss about the back promotions, right? So you don't need to worry about anything. You don't need to create a separate pipeline. So in the pipeline itself, so you have that. So according to your user story, this will find the flow, which means you are creating metadata from dev 1. So when you select the O credentials in the user story, it will automatically find the deployment flow because we are doing the deployment from dev 1, UAT and production. but the dev 2 environment, it's same as dev 1 environment, and hotfix environment, it's same as UAT environment. But anyway, this UAT environment is connected to the production environment, and also this dev 2 environment is connected with UAT. So this day one change has already moved to UAT. So you have to back promote those changes. So when you go to this pipeline, you can see, right, in the pipeline itself, this dev2 is connected to UAT. So you can back promote those changes. Likewise, in the hotfix, to hotfix environment also, you can back promote the same user story from the production. I think Pooja, you got.
So I think Pooja, you got your answer, right? If you have any questions, so you awesome. Thank you. Thanks for the confirmation. All right,
Any
guys.
question?
So
Any
yeah,
questions, guys?
yes, guys. If you have any questions, you can comment in the chat box, and Hari is there to answer.
Yeah, Nihal. Yeah, tell me, Nihal. Nihal raised the hand, I think.
Nihal, if you have any questions, you can comment in the chat box, please. I think Nihal is good.
Yeah, yes. I think
Oh, okay.
all good.
No
One
worries.
question might be.
So, guys, uh, let's go for the quiz time. It's a quiz time now, and let me share my screen.
Yeah, I will stop my scan. Yeah, okay.
So, guys, this time, hope you can see my screen. Anyone can confirm?
Yes, Shashank, you can see.
Awesome. So, guys, this time we have some quiz rules. So we will give you 2 or 3 minutes to read that. So, so what we are like seeing where some of the peoples will join at the end of 10 or 15 minutes just for the quiz only. See, we are not entertaining those peoples. I would urge you, yeah, you can, so that you can join us from the beginning, and so that you can get the benefit of our sessions. Otherwise, conducting these type of initiatives have no value for you guys. So we will urge everyone to join from the beginning. And the second one, so as of now, you know, Copado comes up with only two type of certifications. First one is admin, and second one is developer. So the participants who already got two certification vouchers, so we will not provide further certification vouchers because they have no use of them. I know some of you not like these things, but the main point behind that is uh, so that we can provide the opportunity to our other participants so that they can get the benefit of this certification voucher, and they can get certified. Okay, so the rule is you cannot win a certification voucher more than 2 times. Even if you win third time, so you will not get the certification voucher. In that case, what we are doing, we will consider the next runner up, and that participant will get the certification voucher. And so the winner of this quiz will be finals as per the above two rules, and no reconsideration will be taken in account. So I think hope you all guys are agree with this point, and if you have any feedback or suggestions, you can provide in the chat window, so that we will definitely take care of these things. Okay, so now let's go with our quiz. Now let me start. So guys, here is the pin for the game. 396345. So 14 players joined till yet, and I can see we have 21 participants. Approximately we have 18, 19. So let's wait for 1 or 2 minutes more, and then I will start the quiz. Those who have not joined this quiz till yet, guys, please join as soon as possible so that we can start. All right, I think everyone joined, and let's get started. Good luck, guys. This is our first question. We have Nihal, Sumit, Anuj, Pooja, Vibhu. Let's go with the next question. What does Copado do to sync the source org to its branch? Here's your options. Rama, Rame, Sumit, Anuj, Ankush, Nihal. Keep going, guys. Keep going. You are playing really well. So let's go with the next question. It's a true false question, guys. We have two options. Next question. What is the functionality of retrieve only option in the Copado? 5 seconds left. Ashima, Aditi, Sanket, Sumit, and Nihal. Well played. Next question. No change on the board. In which record the main branch is set to create the feature branch? The options are it's snapshot, confidential, pipeline, and Git repository. 7 seconds left. Push back in the game. Push in top 5. Check true false question, guys. Garden will delete the component in a destination of when do destructive operations. Is that correct or false? 5 seconds left. Next one. From which branch the promotion branch will create? 5 seconds left. Ninth question. Pooja Brown, you are playing very well. Next question. The feature ranges downloads created from master. Is that correct or false? 5 seconds left. Next question. In which place we can configure the screws from water zone? Options are confidential, pipeline, data repository, and environment. We have 10 seconds left. So this is the last question of the quiz, guys. So guys, these are our three winners, and but Nihal already got two certifications. Was so congratulations. First of all, congratulations, Pooja, Nihal, and Aditi for playing really well. But as per our new rules, uh, our winners for certification voucher is Pooja, Aditi, and we will check the next runner-up who's on the fourth place. So we will provide the certification voucher to that fourth one. Uh, So we will update our winners on Twitter or LinkedIn within 10 or 15 minutes after this session, the third winner, and I will provide according to that. So thank you so much, guys, for joining today's session. And before wrapping up, I would like to thank Hari uh, for giving his time and for sharing his knowledge about Copado to all of us. Thank you so much, Hari, for your time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Susan. And yeah, we'll meet next week. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Have a great day ahead. Enjoy your day.